Hello, yes, there's no fancy introduction to the page or anything like this. This is just a wee uh, brief one. I'd like to read some passages from one of our editors who's just done a wee interesting note. It sort of ties in with what I'm doing just now. It's the Batman v Superman watching up with you, so I'm going to skip some paragraphs, but if you'd like to read the full thing, but again, it's on the page, it's in the notes. And its heading is on the connection between characterization and religious interpretation of Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. So I'm just going to read a couple of paragraphs, maybe hype your interest. And here we go. As we see in the opening, Bruce Wayne, brilliantly performed by Ben Affleck, witnesses his parents' murder while narrating about an absolute perfect being that he calls a beautiful lie. It is connected to feeling of powerlessness in front of corrupt men of power. He is devoid of that power due to his inability to prevent his parents' murder. Imagery of him falling into the cave and then being lifted by bats is a representation of his downfall and loss of power because of his parents' murder, but he is being lifted by bats, messaging how he rose from the pit of powerlessness and despair by becoming the Batman, by preventing deaths of those like his parents. He regains a sense of power. During the conversation with his butler Alfred, Bruce denies has changed while Alfred maintains that everything has changed, to which he points the video depicting Superman and saying, "This is how it starts. Men fall from the sky, then gods fall thunderbolts, innocents die. That's how it starts. The feeling of powerlessness, the rage, the fever that turns good men cruel." The quote is beginning. This quote is the beginning of Batman's arc. In Batman dreams, he sees a bat monster emerging from his mother's crypt, symbolising how her death made him who he is. The Batman persona is how he deals with his feelings of powerlessness. The bat gave him the power, however, to combat the growing feeling of powerlessness that he feels against Superman's power. He becomes increasingly cruel, evident by his killings and brandings. Then we're introduced to the story's main villain, Lex Luthor, played by Jesse Eisenberg. Luthor is driven by his philosophical ideology of powerlessness, connected with his abusive father. Luthor's main motives, not slated clearly but present, come from feeling of powerlessness similar to that of Bruce. One of the first lines that reveal his motives: his dad was born in East Germany, and every other Sunday he had to wave flowers to tyrants, which is a reference to power of propaganda used by communist government in East Germany, which people who were considered heroes were in fact tyrants. And this is exactly how Luthor views Superman. Now it then goes on about the connection between Superman and Prometheus, and how we have established both. Here we have established that both Batman and Luthor are driven by a feeling of powerlessness, trying to acquire power to combat the power of a tyrant that everyone considers hero. To fight against this, another powerless man harmed by negligence of powerful man that cannot be good. Wallace Keith, who expresses himself by making graffiti on Superman's monument, falls God. The arc of these characters both begins with where they deal with power and lack of thereof, and as Plato slated, a measure of man is what he does with power. It is revealed that everything that Batman does is mainly his response to provocations made by Luthor's manipulation, while everything Superman does, investigating Batman, is done in response to Luthor's manipulative provocations as well. Now it goes on this thing about Superman and how he sort of everything he tries to do, and the what is for the good, and he's not trying to use his power for any corrupt that Luthor just can't seem to do, because it's about God. And if he's everywhere, why could he not have saved everything? And maybe if he didn't intervene, maybe it would have been less bad, you know. So it goes on to that, and it's much. It's a good read. So I'm going to just skip a couple of paragraphs. Superman. This is what it says. This is where Superman and God become one character. If Superman is powerful, how come he didn't save all the people in the Battle of Metropolis? We see all the debate that was led by journalists and TV reporters. The Senate, Luther Cave and Bruce was actually about God himself, though the character of Superman most importantly, though the third act is where Snyder attempts to tackle and answer this burning question. Hence the, and it goes on about the fight, and then it goes on more about the Martha, that we do know that the Martha is where Martha is where Superman, Batman sees Superman not like a god but of a man. So Superman becomes less powerful in his eyes and becomes and then Bruce is sort of getting redeemed. So it goes into that. So check out the notes on our Facebook, and listen, forget about all this rubbish about Ben Affleck's pulling away from the film, and the scripts and Justice League is a mess. It's not. The film's filming. Post-production takes a wee while to get all the special effects and everything done. People are just jumping on the bandwagon. It's like every time I put on Facebook or go on any sort of news feed, somebody's trying to make news out of something small. Even Ben Affleck said it in an interview recently. You know, he's worked a year on this film by night or something, and he's not getting asked about that film. He's getting asked about Batman and what's happening. He says he's working on it. And this is, as I say, where DC is now. You know, they've got the DC universes up and running, and they are going to take their time and make sure the script is right. And that's when Suicide Squad comes out, directed by. I mean, if you've done it in 6 weeks, then you know that the sequel is going to be even better, because they know they take the time and get these characters out there, right? As I say, you wouldn't have had all these planned Harley Quinn movies and sirens if they weren't introduced to Suicide Squad, which has made a ton of money and pretty good. As I say, and Wonder Woman, you know, hey, listen, it's written by Jeff Johns. That's coming out. What we need is trailers for do we need trailers for Wonder Woman? No. We've seen what we need to. We're hooked, right? One trailer of Justice League, I think. One full trailer for Justice League. That's all we need. We're on board. Month of November, fantastic. You know, Fantastic Beasts came out then, done well or something. Or yeah, long before that. You know, it'd be like a summer movie in winter. What else? And as I say, the Justice League looks, it's going to be lighter in tone, because we've had the dark stuff. We've had these two guys trying to sort their heads out. You know, we've had. You know, with his sacrifice, we've, you know, he's now popular in people's eyes, and Batman now sees, you know, sees him more of an ally, and it's going to be a great when he comes. But I don't want any trailers with Superman in it. No, not one. I don't even want to see an S. Okay? And as I said before, listen, if you don't want spoilers, if you don't want, stay away from trailers. Just because that's what trailers are meant to do. Trailers are meant to make you feel that this is a film you want to see. And if they dish out a trailer and say, like when Batman v Superman came out and they had they two fighting, the normal public out there will like, that's rubbish, why are they two fighting? I don't get it. So then they had to put out a trailer that had Doomsday. Just calm people down and says this isn't they two. Okay, they're going to come together sometime and everything's going to be cool. Studios panic, just like fans. And they're trying to give you what you deserve. And they're trying to give Joe Public out there what they deserve. And yeah, Batman v Superman will be a cult hit, you know, because it's got people talking. You know, I've seen a lot of young people in shops as well, young people that want to see Suicide Squad in Britain. And I've heard the parents say, I don't know, I'll need to watch it first. Okay, so yeah, we've got our R-rated sort of, you know, film over here. I had to fast forward it for my wee boy to watch Suicide Squad. You know, there were moments, you know, and what would you call it, the pole dancing bit, you know, it was a wee bit. So listen, we're all in good hands. I'm going to get back to watching Batman v Superman with you, and then all the other films and book reviews as well. Okay, I'm going to do some talk about books and talk about what's out there and everything else. So be hopeful out there, and listen, you want to avoid the bad news, then just stick to our page or pages similar to us, okay? And as I say, I'm not doing this for views and likes. If you want to like it, please do. If you want to subscribe to the YouTube, yes, please. But as again, I'm just a fan, you know, and I'm just getting things off my chest. Whether you hate me or disagree with me, is of little or no concern. And yes, we don't have big fancy budgets, just me talking to my mobile phone. Okay, and so stay hopeful out there, and I'll see you soon.